Welcome back to Maverick's Arcade. My name is Chuck, and today we're going to be assisting Steve, who is having a couple of questions. First, he's having an issue with some mappings for some LEDs that aren't associated to a button. Secondly, he's having an issue trying to get the Chase headquarters lights to wigwag like mine do. And he has watched the video a couple times and tried to fix it. But he's still running some issues, so I figured I'd help him out. And then the third issue is he's having an issue with some buttons that appear to be like ghost lighting up. So we went ahead earlier today and we had a call with him. Now, again, please forgive the audio. Some of my background noise filters got messed up, and yeah, the audio is not that good. But I've got to redo the whole channel in OBS. But I was hoping to wait until I had the 3D graphics and everything finished to do the new set and everything. But it looks like I might have to rebuild the OBS profiles sooner than that because I'm getting tons of listings for the scenes and it's just not working correctly. So, also on that note, that's part of the reason why there's been a large delay in videos because I keep going, I'm almost there. And then work is crazy, COVID crap. And I'm just kind of like getting swamped and not getting anything done. So I'm like, I want to get new graphics for the channel, but if I'm not putting out videos, then I don't have a channel. So I got to make sure to do that. So one thing that I am going to be doing also is I was considering how to try to make my videos more popular and more marketable so that Google or YouTube will throw them up more in the listings. And the problem with that is to do that, it has to be a shorter video and people need to watch the entire video longer. And I've noticed with a lot of my videos, people will skim through for the parts that they want. So I was like, maybe I'll just, kind of trim them down and, get not as much into the weeds on things. But as I was saying that, I'm looking through my Gmail and I'm seeing people are saying, oh my gosh, thank you so much for going into the detail that most other channels just kind of gloss over the data. So with that, if you want me to keeping the content as detailed, what I maybe can do is break them into smaller chunks. But also if you watch straight through, that will also help me in that ranking thing. And of course, as always, make sure to like this video if you haven't. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to consider subscribing. And maybe doing multi-part videos will help motivate people to subscribe, because then if they want to see the next parts and be notified, then they would have to subscribe. So I'm going to try a couple things like that out to try to, grow the channel a little quicker. But in any case, let's go over to Steve and see how we can help him out. Through your input map and find a keyboard or any key that you're not using.
I think I'm using every keyboard key as far as letters.
Let's see. So you've got some F10s in there. Okay, so these aren't labeled. Okay, so you have a separate LED whiz for each player, is that right?
Correct. For each player, and then it goes up into the asteroid buttons.
Okay. So let's see, you have the rotate.
No, I've got my, I'm trying to think of how I could send you, like a picture of my control panel if you want to see it.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
That would definitely help.
I'm trying to think of how I would do that.
You might be able to attach it in our chat. Yeah, there's a file option.
But I'll have to take it with the with my webcam, right?
Oh, okay. You don't have a copy of a file with it?
You know what? I actually probably do. Let me do some searching around and I'll find one.
Okay.
A bunch of.
Open letters.
Well, what did you do? Copy all of the existings and.
Yeah, I copied all of them from here, and then I put them in a list, and I put them in Excel and alphabetized them.
Okay.
So it looks like you've got, like a bunch D, E, or D, F, G.
No, D should be. Oh, see the things that you're not seeing. Like my joysticks.
Okay.
Yeah, which I don't. So I don't have those defined because they don't have LEDs. So I guess those are open. So I'm thinking of the control panel layout and what the buttons actually project.
Gotcha.
Which letter they produce. So I guess that wouldn't. But the problem is you don't want to assign
right.
Player 2 joystick left, because then every game that uses that is going to light up.
Exactly.
Okay. So
exactly.
That's why I didn't do that.
So in that case, let's see. We still have plenty of other options. Let's do this. We're going to create a notepad on your desktop so we have somewhere we're documenting this. So we're going to change your fire button to be F14. It should have a code in here.
Is there such thing as an F14?
Actually, it's a throwback from old systems. It actually goes up to F24. It's just no keyboards use it anymore. But when you're trying to encode hotkeys and stuff for applications and you need fake buttons, you usually can use up to 13 to 24. Let's see if LEDBlinky has it. Come on now.
Yeah, that's what I ran into. It wasn't the programming it in.
Okay, yeah, because the problem is.
You know what, Chuck? This really isn't my main concern anymore, because I ended up making an animation for it, and it works great.
Okay.
So this, and it's really just for 2 games, Asteroids and Asteroids Deluxe. So I just made an animation for it because I didn't know I could do that either. So I got that basically working the way I want to. So so instead of putting all this time into that, I'm more interested in the Chase HQ thing.
Okay, well let's go ahead and save this, because go ahead and leave something assigned to those.
Okay.
So that you can reference, let's say, extra assignments for buttons. Yeah, because you definitely want to have that defined if you're going to want to activate those.
You want to send that one over, Jimmy? What you
I put it on your desktop.
Oh, okay. Great.
At least it should be. Open up that one. And we're going to go to Tools, MAME Output Test. And now we're going to launch MAME. And we're going to go to...
Now that's a version that I don't have anything on. If you just click off the desktop.
Okay.
That's actually something I need to figure out. That's the newest version,
and
it's not linked to my Hyperscan.
Okay, where's the current version?
Well, you can go into Hyperscan and launch the game if you can go that route, or you can go. Are you trying to get it to run one of the...
I'm trying to run MAME directly, not through here. Because that's how you verify that the functionality of the MAME itself is set up correctly. Back up here, global.
Right.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
I felt silly. Okay, so that one's here. And then we can edit here to look at it. There we go. That's all I was looking for. Was this. So we're going to go that. It sends us there. And now what we can do is go CMD see, arcade. Oh, CD, D drive, arcade, emulators, MAME. I was trying to do a Linux command. Okay, so we're going to do here MAME 64 because that's what we have to find right there. Yeah, it was funny because we're dancing around and I was like, I know I'm right here. That's the annoying part.
And I knew there was multiple versions of MAME in the system.
So we're going to hit this here, and what we're looking for.
Yeah, you're gonna generate which lights came on and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember watching one of your videos that did that.
So this says it's missing. Let's try that one. It's missing. Okay, so where are the ROMs defined on this? Configure directories, ROMs.
And then add folder, right?
Yeah, we've got to add whatever.
And then you got to search to that location.
Yeah, which I need to figure out what that location is.
It's D arcade MAME ROMs. Should be.
D arcade.
You're on. Okay, and then MAME.
MAME.
And then ROMs. There you go.
Okay. Tab.
Right?
Yep. And then return to previous folder. And then
all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, I gotta scroll up.
You knew that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've done this
no problem.
Home computer.
Yeah, definitely.
So configuration though. That makes sense.
Yeah. It helps. All right, let's see. Chase. Where the hell is Chase headquarters now?
Yeah. Okay. Did we get it wrong?
Oh, wait a minute. Chase. There it is. Let's see if this loads now. Oh. Turn to previous menu. Okay. So we've got that loaded. Let's see if...
Let me know if you need
Yeah,
me to do
I can't hit escape. Yeah, I need you to hit escape.
Escape? Okay.
And then we'll hit exit here. We're going to see if... Yep, see it recorded stuff?
Right.
Which means that that version of MAME is tied into here. You can see here, it's spelled wrong, but it's got output lamp 1 and lamp 0. Lamp 1 on, lamp 0 on. So it is receiving those commands. Right?
So you were saying in the programming of that game, they actually put like when the lights are on and when they're off?
Yep. So that's the big key.
The arcade cabinet used to do that?
Yep. Okay. So when they had a game and they were designing a game that they knew they were going to have some peripherals, or like let's say you're playing a pinball machine and you get an extra game and you hear that big loud knock noise. That is a piece of hardware that the board has been programmed. You're going to have this piece of hardware available. Trigger a solenoid that makes that thing happen. Mm-hmm. So the same thing with these arcade games, or in the case of like Galaxian or Galaga, you had the player light button. Right. So what originally LEDBlinky would allow you to blink one LED, even in RGB, it would allow you to blink one. But the request I had for our zoo was, dude, can you add it so we can add as many LEDs as we want to that thing? And then when that version came out, he emailed me. He's like, yeah, I've got it. Here you go. And I was like, this is sweet. So that's when I tested it with the system. So what we want to find out now is, let me look at my system. And the key is you still do your base controls through the INI file of MAME. through the colors file. But then the programming of the flashing lights is done through LEDBlinky. So let me go onto mine. I'm on my arcade machine now.
Right.
So I go into LEDBlinky and I go into my LWA and I have a game specific folder. And then I have gameplay. And this is my Chase Headquarters 1.
Yep. I remember.
Now, why does that one say deactivated?
Because that's the one you originally had your arcade set to, and you changed what you had hooked to it. So you changed the name of that one.
Right, but where's the one that I actually want? The main outputs INI file. There we go. Yeah, you're right. The other one was me attempting to actually make an animation. The end solution was it had to be in the MAME outputs folder. So on your side, what we need to do. Okay, so in here, what we're doing is the MAME outputs INI file. That's where we edit it. So here you have it for a sample ROM. And what we would do is down here, we would say Chase HQ U. And it would be lamp. See, now the reason why you also use the outputs file is you see here, it's trying to mess with lamp 1 and lamp 0. Right?
Okay.
And that's because the original arcade machine, at the top of the machine, it had a red light on each side of the name of the machine. So it had lamp 0 in one side, lamp 1 in the other side. Okay. And it would do a wig-wag. Yeah, they were both red, or one was red, one was blue, and it would do a wig-wag.
That's the dual red one is that other game that looks just like Chase.
Right.
I forget what it's called.
But the key is whenever you want to try to encode light animations to LEDBlinky, you need to run the MAME output test first to see what the outputs are that it's spitting out.
Right. And not every game does this kind of thing, right?
Correct.
Okay.
It was only if the original one was made for it, like the player insert coin light or the start button lighting up on Galaga if you inserted coins.
Right.
The game had to be made for it. It may also have had like knock things or other hardware hooked to it, but if it was the original machine had it.
Like a Hubert knocker.
Right. Exactly. And that actually may still be in that code too. So you want to run the output test to see if there is something you can add to it. Now, because the original Chase Headquarters had wigwags, then you can program your lights to do wigwag effects. So what we want to find is this one had lamp 0 and it had lamp 1. And what we want to do is which buttons do you want to have do stuff?
Oh, for when it hits that part, or
when it pulls out the lights. Let's pull up your.
If you go to my layout, it shows it.
Okay, one moment.
And we can use your
animation editor.
Yeah. And it's gonna pull out. You gotta pull up the layout. I can't get that. Is there a way to get it to just default to my layout?
Not that I'm aware of. Is this the one we're talking about?
Yeah, the LVA. Yep. And it's gonna say make it bigger. And you're gonna hit yes. Okay. So the left trackball is blue and the right trackball is red.
Okay.
So I mean, my thought was just to do the whole left side of the panel and the whole right side of the panel.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? I don't have marquee lights. My cabinet, which you actually can't see, is a pedestal, like an old gauntlet cabinet.
Yep.
And I used to have a 33-inch CRT. Well, now I've got a Golden Tee TV mount.
Okay.
Holding my flat screen. So it's my pedestal and my screen, and then I've got a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor for my active marquee.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to code a couple of them. And then you will go through and get the rest in time. Let me show you what we're doing, though. So in the main INI file, which we have open right here.
What, does it take a lot to do more?
Well, I'll show you.
Okay.
It's just tedious. It's not hard. It's just tedious.
Okay.
So the thing is down here we have this sample getting created. Now you have LED Wiz, so it'll be LED Wiz, comma.
And then they're numbered 1 through 4.
Well, it's controller number, port number, strength.
Okay.
And of course they go up to 48 max.
So the controller number is the actual LED Wiz number?
So for example, let's wait a minute, where's
go second icon
here
down on the desktop if you want that.
That's what I want. And then in our input map.
Oh, yeah.
So if we're looking at your board, let's say we're going to start with the trackball.
And that's a single LED, by the way.
Right. So under this, it is the blue trackball. And that is going to be, what is that? Blue trackball is on controller 1.
Right. Port 8. Right.
Port 8 with a strength of 48. So okay. It'll be 1, 8, 48. So here, 1, 8, 48. Right?
This main INI, hey, easy, buddy. This main INI file, is that generated just from Chase HQ?
No, you see how we're in the LEDBlinky main outputs INI.
Okay.
And here we say Chase HQU.
Okay, so you're just adding an extra string port at the bottom.
We're adding, for any game we want to have this sort of control over, we add a reference like this and the commands. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit more space. Because if it's a single lamp, we just do what we just did there, right?
So above you got Chase and you got default. What's the one above that? I can't read it from here. It's in blue. Sample?
Sample ROM. That's a sample ROM. And what this will be, so the thing is that the lamp 1 is an example of an RGB light.
Okay.
Lamp 2 is an example of a single LED. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 codes for lamp 0, and we'll do 3 codes for lamp 1, and then we'll let you see it, and then you will need to go back and program the rest yourself.
And technically, couldn't you like do this in a spreadsheet so you could replicate the typing and stuff quickly?
That's a damn good idea, sir.
Yeah. So instead of typing lamp 0 500 times, you could.
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
So then LW is also the short term for LED Wiz. So what we're going to do is let's grab your net. We're going to do the blue side first. Let's grab this P3B5. So we're going to go back to this one.
Why that one specifically?
Just because I'm picking.
Okay. And obviously my third and fourth players are kind of at an angle too. Unlike my model represents.
Right, and I'm just showing you picking out the buttons, and then you can go back and fill in the rest. Okay. So you can see this is 24, 25, and 26 that handles that one button, right?
Correct.
24, 25, and 26.
But technically, you don't need all 3 of those because you're only using the red or the blue.
True, but you have to code it.
Oh.
So this is on controller 3. 24, 25, 26. So what you have to do here is LW for Wiz, controller 3, port 24. Now this is the red port, so we want that to be 0. Now because it's an RGB port, we have to put a bracket and do the code again. 3, 25, and 25 is your green, so we want that to be off. And then 3, 26, this one we want to have full power. You see what I'm doing?
The only problem is it's blurry. I'm looking at my computer screen, it's blurry. Let me put on my headphones here. And I'll get over in front of my say something.
Hello.
Oh,
And you have the
lost audio. Hold on, I lost all my audio now. Go ahead and say something, Chuck.
Hello.
Okay, that's better.
Okay.
I can hear anything. All right, now I can hear everything. All right, so yeah, that light is lit up right now. All right, so why is the lamp lit? Oh, because you selected it on the port.
Yeah.
You selected it on the LED input map.
Correct. But as you can see, what I have is I have lamp 0 is the first entry is a single LED, so it just goes in one entry. The second entry I'm putting in is an RGB, so you put it in one line with all 3 commands. And as you can see, 24 is 0, 25 is 0, and 26 is 48. Okay. So now we're going to look at your control board. We did this one.
RGB.
Correct.
It's RGB in that order.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Or it's in whatever order we line them up in, but yes. So if we put the port numbers backwards, it doesn't matter. We just have to have all 3 ports defined. P1, B5 is the one we'll do next. So we'll come over here. We'll go back to controller 1. And B5 is ports 21 through 23. So we come back over here and we say LW, controller 1, 21. Now this is 21 is red, so that should be 0. And pipe 1, 22, 0. Pipe LW controller 1, 23, which is the red, so that one gets 48. All right. Okay. Now we're going to do the opposing side. We're going to look for the red trackball.
Hold on 1 second, Chuck. My wife wants to say something to me. What's up? Let's get this stuff. Okay, go ahead, Chuck.
All right, so now we're looking at the red side, and again, we're just getting the sampling. So we're doing controller 2.
So the LED 0 was the blue side of the cabinet.
Lamp 0.
I'm sorry, lamp 0 was the blue side of the cabinet.
Right. And we're now doing a sampling of the red side.
Right. So I see what you're doing. So you're going to do basically the same thing with the ports you want on the red side, or the red side, sorry.
Correct. So then we're going to do the opposing P4, B5.
Well, you want the ball first, don't you?
We already did.
Oh, for the blue or red side, sorry?
Yeah. Right here, see? Controller 2, port 8.
Technically, lamp 0 LED whiz could be just LW. The very
Correct.
first line.
And that's the reason why I alternated it on purpose, is so you can see you can do both.
Okay.
So
and
LW.
They have to be capital like that?
I like consistency.
Yeah, so do I.
But it says LW in caps up here, so you can see here, that's the reason why you can short form it.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we're looking for P4, B5 is port 24. And looking at your control, 24 is the red controller, so that's the one we want on. Oh, I forgot to put in my, is this board 4?
Yep.
Board 4, port 24, is red, so we want that one on. And then we'll do LW, controller 4, port 25, 0, because that's the green. And then LW 4, 26, 0, because that's green.
I see why you don't want to type all these for me.
Yeah, that's why I said we'll give you a sampling. We'll give you a sampling.
Okay. Yeah, so I would just go in and add every light that I want to fit.
Right.
And
so
if
then
I were to
P2,
change one of them to whatever, to the green at 48, then it would be a green light.
Correct. You would just choose the port, or if you wanted a purple, you would mix the blue and the red. Right. So then let's see, 2, 5 would be port 22. So controller 2, 22, 0. Oh, I gotta start. I don't have to start at 21, but I like to be consistent.
Yep,
LW.
No, I'm all about that.
2,
I'm aimless crazy when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
LW. My ADD acting up, my eye will start twitching, and
it's funny, myself included. It's funny how many people I've seen that are very ADD and love arcade stuff.
Yeah. All
right, so now I missed from habit. I had tried to make this one 0, but the red one we want 48. All right, so you with me? Now here's the cool thing that you could also do if you decide you want to really get epileptic.
Hold on. Go back to. Oh, okay. So the first line, that very first one, port 1 or board 1, port 8, 48. That's the trackball.
Yeah.
And then the next one is port
this
3,
one
24-0. Yep. Okay.
And then this one.
Yeah.
And then for the other side, you should have this one, this one, and this one.
Yeah. This is where on some if I could make an adjustment to one of your videos, when you get to overlapping screens, and like when you click on my LED animator, because it's a bigger screen, it has to overlap something, but then I lose track of where we were on the one behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. I will definitely keep that in mind as well.
Step 1 is, and like I said, I'm in no way, shape, or form trying to tell you how to do your thing.
Oh, no.
My brain, I'm like, oh shit, what was he showing me on that other screen? I don't see it.
Gotcha.
Did you
totally good.
Default, or is that what the game told you?
These two were in here already.
Okay.
They're base examples.
And then that MAME output test is showing, where does it show you the lamps?
Right here.
Did you just figure all this stuff out, or did someone point?
Just, I've everything I've ever learned about computers I've taught myself.
Man, that's.
Oh, I'm gonna have a video coming out too. I have my network at home. I have 3 different VLANs, and I have my machines in my DMZ area. I have 5 outgoing VPNs, and I can't even accept inbound to over the VPN. So I'm gonna start messing with some Indian scammers.
Oh, okay.
So
like,
that'll be fun.
I mean, I understand VPN and
yeah, I have machines that have never seen my real network. So even if they were to get hacked, they have no information about who I really am or my network or anything. Okay. So it'll be fun. But anyway, so we've got that saved now. So we're gonna go ahead and save. And if this works, and then all that means is you'll have to go back and just add extra entries. Now, one thing you could do that could be really cool is you could change maybe this button to a red button and do this whole section red while this whole section is blue.
Okay.
And then,
yep. I see what you're saying. Yep.
You can do whatever you want. So that was the key that I had asked Arzu about, was before you could only do one line.
And I have the right version, right, of LED. I believe I checked it and it's updated.
Yeah, if it's updated, you've got it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, originally his software would only allow you to do one line per lamp. And I was like, but I want to light this thing like crazy. So then he added the functionality to do multiple lines. But again, as you can see from the sample, he had lamp 1 and 2, which is why before you go to program it, you want to run this test to see what it's dumping out. Okay. Because if it's not dumping out the same number, it won't recognize. So what we're going to check now is we've got this saved.
How do you know that is where the target chase kicks in, because it says unassigned right now and we didn't go to it, or?
Well, when you're playing the game, if you have, this is really effective. If you have a second monitor you can hook up while you're testing,
Right.
then what you could do is have that second monitor running with this on it,
Right.
and see when it goes crazy.
But you just know from doing this what that's telling you.
I knew that in Chase headquarters that those lights didn't become active until that scene.
Okay, gotcha. So
basically,
you didn't have to take mine to that scene. You already knew that.
That's when these lamps become active.
Okay.
Yeah. So what will happen is
input on that, by the way, where you said I would, like what basically is what would Chuck do on this? So now you said program this set of lights and then that set of lights. So you're getting double the light. The only kicker is I have my blue trackball, so it's always going to be blue, and my red trackball. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you could do whatever colors you want.
Every other. So I would do the red underneath the red trackball and the blue underneath the blue trackball, and then alternate the other one.
Right. So yeah, you'll play with it, figure out what you want. Now the key is the way it's programmed. You have lamp on and lamp off, so that is all you're going to get. Now there is some people I've heard they're talking to that are looking, basically watching for when lamp 1 or lamp 2 occurs on. They're trying to set up a different animation, like a full animation to turn on and off. But for now, this is what we've got, is on or off. So
that's your only option in this.
Right now, that's your only option until somebody comes up with some other extra solution. But for now, go ahead and we're going to test this. Let's see if it launches. Now, the first thing, if you're running Hyperspin and you're running Rocket Launcher, the reason why I was looking for where the MAME was directly,
right,
is because we always want to test first, does it work in MAME directly? Because sometimes Hyperspin Launcher are the ones that screw it up. So we want to test first through MAME directly to see if it's an LEDBlinky problem or if it's just a... Now this one says Chase HQ. It does not say HQU.
Okay.
So...
what about Chase HQ2?
You would just basically copy the programming for that.
Oh, does it do it for that? Or does
you would, in the document, well, you'll need to run MAME output to verify.
Okay, but so, and then where would that go?
So we have MAME output test here, right?
Right.
So let me see. Did we close that file? I hope we didn't close it.
Yeah, because I mean, going into the command line, I don't really get around that stuff too well.
Gotcha. Well, all you have to do is basically just go to where the folder is and type the name. So here's our file again.
That's the one you just did?
Yeah. And what I want to look in here is, did it detect it as... So I'm looking in here. Oh, it detected... Okay, so see how it says it's just HQ?
Right.
Chase HQ. So just to be sure, we're going to copy all that.
And just do another. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything if there's no Chase HQU.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly. So then we're going to save that. Now, we're going to... All I did is basically went to the folder, and we're launching MAME64.
And it doesn't matter what order I type all those ports and stuff in.
Correct. It's just whichever one's the... And, well, as long as the RGB ones are in the form of the way I have the RGBs, and the singles are in the form of the singles. Okay, so play real quick, see if you can get to the siren part.
Okay. Yeah, so as long as it's programmed right, it doesn't matter what order it's in.
Correct.
As long as it's all typed out correctly.
As long as the syntax is correct, yes.
All right. Okay. And I'm just doing this with buttons right now. Trying to remember which one's which, because I haven't reached. I spend more time tinkering than I do playing.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I'm 100-fold on how much time I spend messing with this damn thing. Like my LEDs weren't working last night. I lost 3 of my control positions for some reason, and I started swapping out boards or swapping out cables and stuff, and then all of a sudden they just came back on. I'm like, okay, what the hell just happened? Yeah, sorry for my late response. I didn't get your email till this morning.
Oh, that's no problem. I'm just glad we can meet up.
Yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Well, in all honesty, I need to get another arcade video out. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And just, things. Let's see. You should be getting close.
Yeah, and I'm about to run out of time. I didn't bump the time up. There it is. Okay, so now we're there.
Are the lights going?
No.
Damn. All right, so we'll have to check the output. So go ahead and hit escape.
All right.
Flash player start with credits. Wait a minute. Flash player start with credits and other meme outputs. God damn it. See that checkbox?
Yeah.
Flash player start with credits and other meme outputs is a description of capturing this output.
Okay.
So what we want to do now is...
So that has to be checked?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and...
Yeah, because my start buttons are just solid. There's no LEDs to them.
Right. But the idea of the functionality is insert coin start light flashes.
Right.
That was not checked. So it should work now. We're
so
getting...
Hit your left or right arrow key. Okay, yeah. So you can cancel and then you can hit 1 multiple times. Okay. Or when you hit 1 on Chase HQ, just give it a second.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. And then with it saving my state, that means save state is active.
Yeah.
And is that inside each individual game, or is it a general setting?
Potentially. It depends on Hyperspin, how you have it set up there. I imagine it's probably a global setting at this point.
All right, so I'm going to get to the target again.
Yeah. Let's see, it should come on.
All right, there we go. Yes. Okay, now it's working.
Nice.
Right? Blue on the left, red on the right. Yep.
And it's flashing wigwags?
Yep. Well, it's... I feel like they're...
The timing may be a little bit off because of it, the speed at which the... So in the game, it's going on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. And LEDBlinky is having a delay catching up.
Right. Didn't you say you have to adjust the frame rate or something?
Well,
or is that in animations?
That's in animations. You have to give it enough time, which you can't control here.
Okay, so this is what it is. This is what it is. The more abusive you get with the lights, the more the distortion will occur. Okay.
But again, if it's got police sirens and you're not going into seizures, you've not done it right.
Right. No, and that's just it. And like I said, I don't have the marquee, anything on my marquee. Right. It's literally just the flat screen.
Exactly.
Beautiful marquee, and it looks great. I mean, the whole game looks great now. You don't happen to know how to load an emulator into this, do you?
What's that module there? Okay, so this is the path. I need to hit that. You would go to... Let me get to this first. So I'm going to copy that.
Because I got that version that's on the desktop that I need to put in because I've got a couple of games that are... A couple of ROMs on there that... well, you may not even have them. But one was a hack that somebody... The Miss Pac-Man Twin.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is... basically, it's the IT, the people that do Golden Tee. It's a baseball game that they put out that they never, or they just did it as a trial run, and then they never released it.
Huh.
But they only work in that version, in the new version of MAME.
Okay, well, so let's give it a shot here for giggles. Where's it at?
Which one?
Well, actually, what we'll do first is, just for consistency, we'll go to where your existing memes are.
Right.
And these are all the different versions you have on your machine.
Correct.
So then we'll go, what's the new version number?
Yes. It's on the desktop.
Okay, where's that at?
It's underneath that window. Right there. Two clicks to the left. One more. Right there. Nope. One more to the right. Right there.
Okay, so properties. Okay, so you've got that in downloads.
Yeah. So I would want to move that whole thing.
Right. So we're going to go in here. We're going to bring up a new folder. And we're going to go over there. And before we go anything, we're going to scroll down, look at the MAME. Look at the properties, details. It's 229, so yeah. 2.29. So we're going to copy that over here. We're going to make a new folder for 2.29.
Right.
And in there, we'll throw it in there. And then just for giggles, I don't know this system at all, but let's give it a shot. So we'll hit add new emulator. I'm going to call this MAME 2.29.
And then the path would be what you just did, right?
Right, which we can go D drive, arcade, emulators, MAME 229. There we go.
Okay. And then ROM would be, well, you go to the original ROM path and we just move the ROMs over there.
Well, let's see if we can look at... Well, what we'll do first is we'll save this. And then we're going to look at this. And we're going to say those are our ROM extensions.
Right, which it is.
And then we got to refresh this page. Because it's putting that down there. So we got that there. Module. Everyone else is using MAME, so let's go see. Oh, actually. Oh, wait a minute. This software allows you to do more of a quick deploy. You don't need a... Let's see. You can name them. Okay. Interesting. AHK. Hold on. Do we... Is there like a...
You look at one of the other ones and see how it's named, or one of the other MAMEs that's in there?
Well, I'm just wondering, because they all seem to have a AHK file.
Right. Click on the 229. Or you got it highlighted? All right, now hold on, I'm going to grab the mouse. Oh, no, close that. And then if you go to this guy, right, I want to say that one. Oh, no, that just opens the folder. Oh, it's under modules.
Well, what was this? This one didn't have a module.
Okay.
Okay, so it may not need a module. The module is like a quick download thing.
Well, there's another MAME. If you scroll up on the main on that window, go to the other MAME.
Let me do this. Let me go here.
Oh, that's nothing. That's just
go back here, refresh. I know I'm trying to refresh it so they'll go back into alphabetical order.
Oh, yeah, you probably could have clicked the top.
There we go. Okay, so you're saying go where?
Well, yeah, that's what I was trying to get to do, for you to just load it so they're all together. So check one of the other ones and see if it has it. Yeah, it has a module.
Yeah, but see, the thing is these modules are... I don't know what these modules do. If you selected valid emulator... See, the AHKs, I think, are downloaded emulators.
No, isn't the AHK the like the startup file?
Maybe. Look at that one. That's 310.
It's if you go to, like, there's a startup AHK in the intro video.
Okay. Oh.
You know
I see what you're saying. So it's a graphical thing for rocket launcher, just so you have something to make it look pretty.
Sure.
I got you.
Uh-huh.
No, I was thinking because like some of the other emulators that are out there, they have you download the module and it actually runs.
That's an old version there. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Okay, but it, like RetroPie, for example, it downloads all the emulators, and instead of allowing you to install your own and all that crap. Okay, so all of that's there.
Well, that says VM Labs now. I don't know what that's all about.
Where's that?
Right there, that line that you're on. It's got MAME VM Labs.
Oh, that's apparently one of the other ones you had in there.
Yeah.
Let's try this one. If not, we'll do the next one down. Okay, so it says old.
Yeah. We want the one that's just main, maybe. That's why he's got so many versions, and they never took them out. He talked about taking them out. There you go.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So that's it. That is what that is. That's just to make things look pretty. Okay. So it's really pointless. Okay. So then we close that, and there's your emulator.
Right. So now
and then
will it be on the left now?
Should be. Well, maybe. MAME, and then the default emulator for that is this.
Yeah.
Right. But if you want,
go ahead.
If you wanted to have another thing over here, you'd have to do the plus button here and make its default emulator be that. Or if you have a game, let's say there was a specific game under MAME.
Well, you could always add that ROM path from the main page or from the home page too, and see if they come up.
Right, but where is see in here you have alternate emulators, right?
Right.
So in here we want to add the one that we already registered. So here's MAME.
Right.
Oh, I see. And then these specific games use the older models. So like if you had, hold on, we gotta, yes. So system, where's the games? The actual listing of games.
You just had go back to system. Now that right there, that little newspaper right there, that'll list all the games.
Okay. So let's say you were finding a game.
But it won't be in here because this is my main ROMs. I've only got it on the folder on the desktop.
But let's say, see here, Chase Headquarters?
Oh, okay, yep.
Let's say you wanted to say launch with, you could then select MAME 229 in here. Okay. And then in here, so like you can see here, alternate emulators, you can define, let's add that we want Chase HQ. I guess we have to browse for it. Chase HQ. We want to launch with MAME.
Right. You hit clear.
MAME. I can't type it. Okay. So MAME. And instead of the regular default emulator, we're going to use the one we just added, which is MAME 229.
Which in theory it should work.
And then when we save that, it would put it in this list that would override. Okay, correct. We don't want to save that. See, these are overrides because right now the actual emulator for the classification of MAME uses this as the default.
Okay.
So
can we run through those two real quick?
We'll do what with them?
So go to the desktop. Just minimize rocket launcher. All right. So and then go where the MAME is and open that folder. I forget where it's located.
Oh, that one's dead now. So let's kill that and let's.
Oh, did you move it?
Yeah, I put it where it needs to be.
Oh, but in that folder.
See here in this structure, right. Remember.
But it also had a ROM folder.
Okay, so we'll go back.
It was in downloads.
Okay.
So downloads.
So D drive.
And then downloads. No, you had no. Go back. It's in right here. Let me take over for a second. It's right here. And then here's my ROMs that I want right here.
Okay.
So the only one I need is the MISPAC Twin
Okay.
And and the other one, hold on, I'm going to highlight them both. Pub ball, right there. Those two.
Okay. Well, hold on one moment because you also had. Is there other MAME stuff in here you had? What's this one?
That's the same thing. You just got rid of the shortcut.
Okay,
And
let's
you
grab.
and you copied it.
Well, it's going to grab these. What else is.
MAME oriented is the artwork, the BGFX, the config.
Yeah.
Those are all just dead folders.
Okay, so we still
Oh,
need them
actually, I
over
do
there.
have some artwork in there for that Miss Pac-Man.
That's fine. We still need them over there, though.
Okay. Oh, you're going to copy them over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put them all in the folder. Plugins we need, NVRAM we need.
And docs, and hash and history, and not that there's anything in there, but.
Right. Don't know if language goes with. Yep, the date on it's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we have. It's not flop tool. Actually, 231 at that time. We're just going to grab all those files. 231. 231.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the dates.
Oh, those are 223.
Right, but that's at the same time as the main occurred.
Oh, okay. You kept saying 231. I'm like,
Sorry, no, I'm looking at when the dates of when it all got extracted because those are the files I'm just copying. That.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of junk and repeat.
Right. But if it came with the exe, I want to grab it.
Do you have a racing sim? You said, or do you do a lot? Do you do a lot of steering wheel stuff?
I have Project Cars 2, and I have American Truck Driving Simulator.
Okay, the American one or the Euro?
American one.
Is that the one that Rockhound uses or whatever his name is?
I'm not sure. I actually I enjoy streaming, but I actually don't watch many streamers.
Yeah. Rockland. I don't either. I can't see watching other people play games.
I know, but I enjoy talking to people, so I enjoy doing it. Let's see. So
I've got Project Cars 3.
Oh, how is that?
It's cool. I haven't gotten into it. Well, once again, I have them, but I don't play them. You know, you can feel free
I get
to,
stuck in that so often.
I don't know.
I have that same issue.
You get stuck in what?
I get the same thing where I'm like, I got all these things, I want to play these things, and then I'm like, I'm rather get doing this right now.
Do you? I'm assuming. Did you get Project Cars off the web?
I've got it through Steam.
Oh, okay. So you bought it on Steam. Yeah, I have a downloaded version.
223. Okay, so let's throw these all in here.
Oh no! Wouldn't they go in the regular main folder?
No, they go in. This folder is dedicated to 229.
Okay.
Well, this is for all the rest of the main files.
Okay.
The ROMs.
No, and you want to copy the ROMs, or just the two? Really, the rest of them were just testing.
Okay, so which one? The twin?
Pub Ball and Miss Pac-Man Twin, all the way at the bottom.
Pub Ball. Okay, and you want those to go with your other ROMs.
Yep, and if you want them, I copy those over to your drive. That's the Pac-Man Twin. That's a 2-player Pac-Man.
How weird.
Where you're both eating the same, or you both have your own set of dots, and you're on the screen at the same time. It doesn't have any of the intermissions or things like that, but it's kind of cool. Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. Let's see here. Where's...
What are we looking to do?
I'm looking for the damn ROMs.
Oh, all the way up. All the way up. On the left. On the shortcuts. Up at the top one. Right there, ROMs. Oh, down. There you go. I think it's that one. Arcade. Main. There we go. And then you could just paste them in that folder. Oh, did I already have them in there? Go ahead, because I had to do an updated version of the one. Okay. Now they're in there.
So now what we would do is under games...
in main, do a system audit, and right next to it, the blue button, right there, up, right there, and that'll audit all of them. Give it a second. It pauses for a second.
Yeah.
There you go. And now type in pub ball. It's still auditing. Sorry.
No problem.
Oh, and then we were looking into the Chase HQ2, which it says it right there.
Right.
But I don't know if that's the actual version. I mean, you could actually launch it from there and find out.
Yeah.
But then technically, all I would have to do is put the header to say Chase HQ2.
Right. And
all the same info, right?
But also run MAME tests to see if maybe they changed the lamp numbers or they maybe called it LED 1 and 2.
Okay.
So you want to run that MAME test to see if they change stuff up on you.
Okay.
But yeah, basically any game that's MAME, you can run that output test and look for different outputs that you can mess with.
Okay. And how do you know if it's something you actually can mess with?
If it says on or off in the output list, you can type that into that file.
Okay.
Pub
ball.
So what we would do here is
you click it one time. Oh, you need to direct it?
We need to change it.
Okay, launch with.
Game options. Nope.
No, you want launch with. Oh, up, right there.
Yeah, I was just checking to see if there was if that's a temporary thing or if that's permanent. MAME 229.
Right,
See, that's the thing, is it launched with, it didn't necessarily make it power up baseball.
Yeah.
What?
It's a pain in the ass too. You use the trackball.
Okay, my buttons aren't doing anything.
Sorry. There you go. So this is from Incredible Technologies, and it never got released.
Okay.
It's interesting, and once you get to, I'll send you all the links to it. There's another guy called Mame Fan.
Okay.
And he actually plays this game for about an hour.
Gotcha.
So it's like this is their answer to NBA Jam.
Gotcha.
So you can just purchase however many innings you want. But anyway, I can get out of this unless you want to see it.
Well, it's working, yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and close that.
And
then go ahead and type in that name.
But is it going to launch inside Hyperspin?
That's what we'll check next.
Okay.
We'll make sure they launch here.
Go, what is it?
Well, also, wait. Let's check alternative emulators. Yep. See, it did not make that change permanent.
Okay.
When you're doing it, if they're in system audit and you say launch with, that's a temporary adjustment.
Okay.
So here we're going to say, pub.
It's already there.
Pub, well, I was typing, system. It is a MAME system.
Right. I know you always forget which way the alphabet goes when you're doing this.
I know.
All the time.
And then we're going to choose the emulator we added, which is right there. So we're going to save that. So now it's in here. And we're going to do
add Miss Pac Twin while you're there.
That's what we're doing. Yep. Come on, I hit the plus sign.
Yeah, just give it. It takes a second. There you go.
Okay, so we're going to hit here. Say Miss Pac.
Miss Pac Twin. There you go.
And then we're going to say it's a MAME system.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about this. I don't know anything about it. Do you ever mess with Rocket Launcher?
No, I try to avoid it, but like I said, I'm going to have to learn it so I can help
you seem to
quicker.
You definitely know more about it than I do.
Like I said, I just naturally look at things and figure them out. And like I said, I tried to get it with college class. I ended up correcting my teacher.
You do what?
I tried to take some college classes. I ended up correcting my professor.
Do you want to start the Miss Pac Twin, to make sure it launches? Which I'm sure it's.
Oh yeah, we could try that. Let's see.
Just hit the red arrow right here, right there.
Go for it. You do it.
It should launch. Yeah, it's even showing the number of play counts. Yeah, so you get this, and you've got your two different start buttons, and they start on top of each other. Whoop. Oh, no, that ejects me from the game, dummy. I'm talking to myself.
Okay.
Player one start and player two start ejects you from the game. That's my escape key. So I have to hit red and green start, and I believe... See, it shouldn't be. Okay, there they are. See, so you've got two sets of dots.
Oh.
And then you're eating your own dots. And then once you do that, and you pass through each other, unlike Battle Royale. Have you played that? Where you actually, well, if you play Pac-Man Battle Royale, which is the one they came out with like 5 years ago, it's on the Namco Museum, but you actually bounce off the other player in that game.
And you fight for pellets.
In that game you do, but this one you have your own. Like I have to eat. If you look at her bow's red and the other one's green.
Okay.
And when you die, you come back to life right there.
Interesting.
So see, I'm eating the green one. So
I know, but the power pellets, they all looked red, didn't they?
No, there's a row of red and a row of green.
No, the power pellets.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so yeah, there's only one set of.
But right, yeah. And the green one can eat the red power pellet.
Yeah, they can both eat all the power pellets.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that is kind of crazy.
Yeah, but there's no intermissions and none of the other stuff. And see, like that ghost just went through me, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the Pac-Man Twin.
All right, cool. So, but you've got an idea on this now is that you go into emulators, you add it there, and then you can go into this alternative emulators and say, defy the norm.
So show me where you started that. You went to emulators right here.
So I went up to global.
I just clicked. Sorry, I'll take my hands off.
That's fine. So under global, you go to emulators.
Right.
You add here.
Right.
Choose the name of type the name of the emulator, the path where it is, and then what extensions does that ROM emulator use?
Right.
And then the module, I guess, is the AHK file that does graphics and stuff for Rocket Launcher.
Okay.
Once you've got that saved, then you can go into your actual games.
Right.
Find the game and the system that it falls underneath. Right. And tell it to override for that specific game. So under these game overrides, when we go to main, down, up, up here, then we're able to say for these specific games under alternative emulators, here's what we want to launch specifically for that.
Okay. Yeah. And there's probably a way, where you could add that complete emulator in there. Other than that, correct?
Into here, you mean?
Blend together? I'm not sure.
What's that?
Sure. So basically, they've got this set up to run off one main version, and any game that needs a different one, they added that extension for.
Well, it's okay. So let's say I've made a brand new arcade system called Chuck's Setup.
Okay.
Well, that is a system.
Right.
Chuck's Arcade is a system. So it would be added over here as a new system.
Right.
Now, inside Chuck's system, we had multiple versions. So those are emulators within that system.
Okay.
And in the case of MAME here, the default that most of the games are going to accept are MAME 202.
Okay.
But because we know there's some ROMs that weren't made for this specific and we have to deviate at times, right. That's why we have the ability to do alternative.
So those are the ones that aren't working. They add them in there so they'll work with a different version.
So you can have it work with a different version, but they are all still part of the same system.
Right. I'm really surprised that's all that's in that list.
But you normally wouldn't want to have various versions of MAME over here.
Right.
The reason why there is because basically all MAME here, maybe MAME adults if you want to separate out some of the adult games that exist, because you can restrict some of the access.
Right.
That may be why that's there. And then MAME 4-player games may just be to highlight the games that had that 4-player capability.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay, so with that being said, so now go back to the folder that we put the ROMs and stuff in.
Which is your...
So there is, you're right there. So now there is artwork in there specific to, go ahead. No, it's not that one. It's in one of the, nope, go back. One of the folders I put, I thought I did.
It may still be in the download folder. But the key is maybe. You would want to put that just with wherever your main artwork is.
Bezels. I had the bezel for that Pac-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was
so
it. It was no big deal.
So you could just put those in the main folder.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. So now,
But
real quick, we're gonna launch Hyperspin. And
yep, close this. Let's close this, then launch Hyperspin.
Okay, close Rocket Launcher.
Yeah, we're also going to look, because I think my theory that your ghost buttons should no longer occur either.
Why is that?
Because we disabled audio animation when the game is playing unless it's a jukebox. Yep, so there's the audio animation, yep.
Okay, so I just wanted to show you that.
Yep.
All right, so now I'm here, and it should play audio animation here too, right? Yeah, so normally it would play it here, and it's not.
But it's not that. It's not that loud.
Yeah, it just took a second. Well, my TV's turned down. Well, it doesn't matter how loud your volume is because it's going through that sound.
Right. It depends on how loud the Windows output is. How loud your TV is doesn't matter.
Which it should be all the way up.
Okay. Usually you want to do about 90% on that, just FYI.
Oh, okay. So
90 or 95.
But anyway, one of the questions I was going to ask you is how you make it more sensitive on that, or make it work a little better. But anyway, that's my animation because like Pac-Man Fever is playing right now.
Nice. There's so many buttons lighting up.
Yeah. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's good. I love more flashy.
Yeah.
So let's go see if your thing works in here.
Okay. So hopefully, will we have had to add those games to
because
that XML?
No, because that checkbox for use gameplay animation only when it's a jukebox is a global change.
No, what I'm saying is because we added 2 new ROMs, do we need to rescan the MAME XML?
I don't think so.
All right, what was Elemental P Pubball? We'll go to Q. Now, whether or not this showed up, let's find out. It's taking its time. I don't know why I keep getting this, and if I go to parents only, I'll lose what I just added. So I have to list everything to get those extra ones. You know what I'm saying?
I think so, yeah.
To get those off named ones, you won't see them unless you have it in the all ROMs mode.
Gotcha.
It will just show like 1 Pac-Man instead of 5 Pac-Mans.
Right.
Sorry if I'm yelling. I got that microphone right up next to my...
No, it's fine.
All right, where's Pub? Pub. Oh, there it is. I already had the icon. Power Up Baseball. There's no video, so let's see if it launches. Looks good. Sweet. Yep. Okay, that worked. All right. And then the other one, because that had its own, and the other one is Miss Pac Twin. So probably, backwards.
Yeah, and again, we're going to also be looking to make sure there's no ghosting buttons.
Oh, yep. Hold on. Let me, Hey, which 8-way sticks do you use?
I use the
I'm putting my camera
servo sticks right now.
Oh, that's right. You were doing that change. And then what do you use for your 4-way?
Of the servo sticks with the restrictor plate.
Okay.
So I have
it changes it from 4 to 8.
Yeah, and between the games, it knows which ones are 4 to 8, and you can hear a little and it changes it.
I remember your video. Because I had 4-way, 8-way switchables that you do manually.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked to me, the guys on the group said, you got to get the IL Euro sticks. So I got those, and they are excellent for 8-way, but they are god awful for any 4-way game.
Really?
Oh, god awful. You'll be doing Pac-Man, all of a sudden you'll go up for no reason. Yeah, because they're so sensitive. What am I doing? There is Miss Pac Twin. Once I get the artwork for that, let's see if it works. Come on, baby. Sweet. Yep. You're a damn genius. All right. Beautiful.
I had one. So with this video, as you see, we're able to help him get his buttons and everything configured correctly so that they can do the wigwags. We did kind of bail on that first part, and the reason why is he realized later on, after he designed his panel and cut his holes and put his buttons in, that he could have used lower buttons that would have made things a little bit easier. So we just abandoned the first question, but we did mark them with some of the function keys in the higher ranges so that he can address those later with commands if he wants to. We also didn't go much into the ghosting issue on the video because what we discovered near the end was the ghosting was being caused by the default controls in LEDBlinky trying to establish buttons that weren't defined in the main files and so forth. So unfortunately, that's just something where you're going to have to, if you want to be very anal about having everything set up correctly, which is kind of like me, I definitely felt a kinship with Steve because of him and I have a lot of the same, like, I want everything to look perfect. I want it to be right. The downside is to get everything right, you got to go in game by game, get the file set exactly the way you want it, and get the colors perfect for each game one by one. And that is time consuming. But if you want to be a perfectionist, you got to go through and do it all that. There's no way to easily do that. So in any case, again, this is a long video, but I'm trying to get back into making some videos and figure out whatever will help the algorithm push the channel more. So again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Make sure to like the video and comment. I am catching up on all my emails, and I am trying to read the comments here and there, but I've got to be a little less concerned about reading every single comment, because as the channel is growing, it is getting a little more difficult to keep up on everything. I am going to make a couple of personal habits to make sure to keep up on my email. So if you have a question or whatever, shoot it to me in the email, mavericksarcade@gmail.com. And I'm also fixing all those file links in the YouTube videos in the past where my cloud sharing services, we quit serving the file. And you guys are asking me for the files, and I realized quickly I can't send them through Gmail because it thinks that they're hacking because they're scripts. So I fixed the links on all the videos, so you should be good to go on that. But again, check me out on here, subscribe here, but also if you have Amazon Prime and you're not using it, please consider going to my Twitch account. As long as you have a free Twitch account and you have Amazon Prime, you actually can give away one free subscription a month, which gives me like $2.50. And if I'm streaming on there and you have a question, I'll try to answer it and go from there. But we'll see you guys soon. I will start putting out some more videos quicker. And I'm trying to streamline my processes a little bit, improve production quality. So we'll see you guys soon. And thanks again for watching.